Bernie Sanders seems to be revoking that free pass he gave Hillary Clinton over her email scandal. It comes as Sanders joins several Republicans in filing paperwork to get on the primary ballot in New Hampshire. Chief Political Correspondent Carl Cameron is on the scene tonight in Londonderry, New Hampshire.
With growing crowds of enthusiastic supporters, Marco Rubio paid his $1,000 to New Hampshire's Secretary of State in order to appear on the nation's first primary ballot in February. He then fired back at Donald Trump for questioning his personal finances and use of a Florida Republican Party credit card years ago for what some say were lavish personal expenses.
I find it ironic that the only person running for president that's ever declared a bankruptcy 4 times in the last 25 years is attacking anyone on finances. Bottom line is I didn't inherit any money from my parents. I've worked very hard throughout our life. I had to borrow money to go to school.
The billionaire developer called into the Today Show to make his now familiar argument that he's seldom had to use corporate bankruptcy laws.
We use the laws of the land. I've had 500 companies of different kinds, and over the years I've used it 3 or 4 times.
Trump and Ben Carson have both been authorized to receive Secret Service protection by the Department of Homeland Security. Carson released a new radio ad today targeting urban voters with rap music.
If we want to get America back on track, we got to vote Ben Carson. A matter of fact, go out and vote.
I'm Ben Carson, and I approve this message.
Former tech CEO Carly Fiorina brought a raucous crowd to the State House to file her New Hampshire candidacy papers and slammed the media for biased questions voters don't care about.
The media asked me about my treatment or others' treatment. The media asked me about other candidates. Voters never asked me about any one of those things. Voters always ask me about what's going on in their lives.
New Jersey Governor Chris Christie held a town hall meeting in Nashua. At 2% in the latest polls, he may be in jeopardy of not qualifying for the top-tier primetime debate next week on Fox Business, which is set to announce the lineup at 7 p.m. tonight.
I think the performance I put on in the first 3 debates merit me being on that stage. But I'll be on some stage, one way or the other, and then no matter where I'm debating, I'll make an impression. And you want to throw a podium out here on the lawn, and we'll go and start debating with folks out here. I'm happy to do that, too.
Christie and Ohio Governor John Kasich, who has a town hall meeting scheduled here in another hour or so, will both file for their candidacies tomorrow in Concord. Next week, the remaining candidates have 5 days to get their names on the ballot, and they will include, among others, Hillary Clinton and Jeb Bush. Bret.
Carl, that debt clock over your shoulder is just disconcerting. But on the Democratic side, Bernie Sanders suddenly changing his tune about Hillary Clinton's email server scandal. What can you tell us about that?
Sure. Well, the Vermont senator quite famously in the last Democratic debate said that he was sick and tired of hearing about Hillary Clinton's email issues and essentially gave her a political pass. He has since reversed himself on that and said that, in fact, there are some questions. The federal investigation of the emails, he said, is legitimate. So down in the polls, watching himself failing to get any traction. There was a while there he was surging, and it was thought that Hillary might be more vulnerable to him. He is now going back on those things and saying it's an issue. Welcome back to the primaries.
Yeah, Carl, thank you.